Chris Redfield. Jill Valentine. Barry Burton. Rebecca Chambers. Albert Wesker. Resident Evil.
Well, save room below. Why do I always call them save rooms? And also, why... they're supposed to be called safe rooms.
They're supposed to be safe rooms.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep wondering why I keep calling it save rooms. I guess it's because I'm so used to Castlevania.
Well, they are rooms where you can save in, so...
Yeah, I'm thinking that's the other reason why, too. Because you can save in them, too. Which... Again, sounds weird to say, but... Makes sense to me. Which is to say, it doesn't need to make sense to anything else. Or does it? It does. Okay.
So that's in properly.
And then just push.
I want to... There we go.
There's that switch. You pull it.
Glowing eye.
Take out the eyeball.
Do-do-do-ding-ding-ding.
You know, I wonder, in the actual lit room version, does it actually look like there's a jewel there?
Not until you get close up to it, and despite it being blatantly obvious, it still says nothing unusual.
Yeah, that's weird. Maybe Jill's eyes are like a cat's, they can only see stuff in darkness?
Sadly, that's the same thing for Chris, too.
Hey!
Yeah, sorry, Vince. Now I'm kind of polishing off this big old wad of mashed potatoes. Love mashed potatoes, especially country crop mashed potatoes.
Big mounds of pillowy mashed potatoes.
It's an old clip from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
As soon as you said that, that's all I could think of. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Magnum.
And of course you get the Magnum from here, not the ammo.
Nope.
Tiger.
It's the eye of the tiger.
Who now has 3D vision.
And I have a 3DS for his 3D vision. Actually, you know what? That's the other thing that I find really funny about some YouTube videos. You can actually get them in a format so that you can use the old 3D glasses like that.
I do not understand why Hollywood saw fit to resurrect 3D.
Me neither.
There's no point for them to do so.
They're trying to... The problem is, Hollywood doesn't know the first thing about how to please its consumer base.
No.
Either they're too stupid, or too greedy, or a combination of both.
Yeah.
I mean, you want the future of online distribution. Look to Netflix for movies and Steam for games.
Yeah. As much as I hate to admit it, Steam is very much going the route of being the best example of how you get games out there.
And it's the perfect example of DRM done right. Very, very light-handed DRM. All
Yeah.
All Steam asks is that Steam be running when you run a game that was downloaded through Steam. That's it.
Yeah.
It's perfectly reasonable from my point of view.
And actually, as far as I remember, you can actually choose to not run it through Steam and download the complete game. But only
there is a function
certain
called
games.
offline mode, but you have to actually activate offline mode while you're still online.
Yeah, you have to activate it for specific games.
You have to turn off the internet connection for Steam to get offline mode working. Otherwise, you can't do anything at all.
Yeah, and for most games, anyways, that you have on Steam, they're online anyways. So why bother with offline? It's a battery.
But my honest opinion, Steam is the future of online gaming.
Exeter.
Quite frankly.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It is the delivery system of the future.
Now, if only you could actually get useful. Now, if only you could get stuff other than games through it.
That's what you got Netflix for. Now, if only the movie industries would stop hamstringing Netflix.
They're not going to.
Well, it's ironic because I actually read on Reddit the other day that revenues for the MPAA and the RIAA are actually going down.
Yeah, because people will wait for the DVD to release, and then that's it. They'll just buy the DVD. They won't get any. They won't go
it's
to
just that content
movies.
creators are realizing that the copyright lobbies are basically the PR kiss of death. If you associate yourself with the MPAA or the RIAA, you are basically labeling yourself the bane of the internet. And more companies are starting to understand this, and they're pulling their funding.
Mm-hmm.
Those two humongous, greedy middleman, unnecessary middleman groups cannot die fast enough.
What am I doing? There's still one more thing I need to get.
Yep, there is.
So I've solved the battery puzzle. But I'll need that.
You will need to complete this recipe. 1 crank and a battery.
And a pile of mixed herbs.
Yeah.
Wait. Are we saying that Jill's the woman equivalent of MacGyver now?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, if you look at the mixed herbs that you have on her right now, they're red and green. Red means stop, green means go. Put the two together, they go boop. It creates a deadly, high explosive, high strength contact explosive. So, don't use unless you absolutely need it.
I'm so lost now.
I don't know why I made a Mission Impossible joke right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even know why I even mentioned that I made Mission Impossible joke right there. Oh well, whatever. Why do I suddenly have a craving for gum?
'Cause you do.
Yeah,
I really don't know.
neither do I, really. That's why I asked, but I have no idea why I asked. I'm full of non sequitur today, aren't I?
Possibly.
Do 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 do. Green door. Green door that looks suspiciously like not a door. I mean, no, seriously, every single time I see that green door, I keep thinking, is that a grate? Because it looks like one, for some weird reason.
I feel tempted to mention GM what we did last week.
What did you do?
Oh, yes. I did give him a hint about it, and I haven't spoiled anything yet, but, I guess we could spoil it to him now, because...
Yeah.
It'll be funny to see his reaction anyways, even if we tell him what we did. Remember how we started off this entire video saying, "Rise from your grave"?
Oh, that's right. You did mention that you did Action 52.
Um,
was it Altered Beast?
Yeah, we played Altered Beast last week.
And the sad thing is, he didn't want to play Altered Beast. I convinced him, and after trying it, he started liking it.
I wanted to play more Altered Beast after like my first failed playthrough. Because I was enjoying watching you just literally kill stuff. It was hilarious.
Not to mention, when I taught him how he could do the high jump, he suddenly realized how he could get past level 1.
Yay! Because I never figured out high jump. Again, Altered Beast. Even though I've played it once before, and that's only because I actually have it on my Sega Genesis collection. Again, I never really learned how to play it, so to speak.
Though unless you have the manual for the game, it really is kind of hard to tell how to do it without messing around with the
and they
buttons.
don't really give you a manual in the collection either.
No, because all they do is just tell you what the buttons do, not what combo of buttons do.
Yeah, they just tell you, this button does this button does this button does that. They don't tell you that pressing up and jump makes you high jump.
Going up.
Going up, up and away!
Oh, sorry, we broke the camera.
I would love that to be a joke in one of the Resident Evils.
There actually is an option in Resident Evil 2. If you're playing as Leon, you hold the shotgun. If you're at the one heliport area of the police station, if you aim it just right, you can shatter the glass from a shotgun burst.
The glass of the camera?
Yes.
Of the in-game camera?
Yes.
Wow. That's really cool.
Lower that. So now, when I'm done exploring the mansion, I can use that elevator and get to the next part of the game.
Yay! Huzzah! Shortcuts! What?
This is the way you said huzzah.
It wasn't intentionally meant to sound like Deceased Crab, but it...
I wasn't going to say Deceased Crab. I'd say, if
like,
anything, it's more like Proton John messing around.
Yes! It could be that too.
Mainly when he was saying super special awesome.
Super special awesome! Well, I've actually listened to how he says it, and he does say super special awesome, and then it's like, tee.
Yeah.
It sounds so ridiculously silly, but it's like
I think that's the whole point.
But it's like the best super special silly ever.
So now we won't need that crank anymore. We're gonna get another crank along the way.
Crank it up.
And check the map one more time. So we got one room to the right. I never explored. Oh,
Yep.
God.
You have not explored that room.
Oh, well,
May as well go check it now.
may as well.
Oh yeah, as I remember, it has magnum ammo in it. Possibly. Or no, that was the statue. Oh no. I remember there were 2 rooms that you had explored last time, and one of them had magnum ammo in it, and then the other had some magnum ammo in it, but not a lot. This key is useless now. And so this is the last room to explore?
We still have one more. Or one more set of rooms, I should say.
There's a switch.
No, I just turned that on. Why would I want to turn it back off?
What? Yep, see? Magnum rounds.
But we never explored this room back in the other playthrough.
We didn't.
No.
Huh. Because I remembered you took a book from that, and then you opened it and looked at it.
No, that was back in the library.
Library, okay.
Yeah, that's the other room we still have to check.
Okay, the library. The library.
Yeah. What's this about the library, Burton?
Library berry. I don't even know why I said it that way.
No, you can't have the magic. It's the people's magic. It's the Magic Johnson. It's Johnson Johnson Magic Johnson. Yeah, it's just like Ultra J, man. I'm making up my own words like get your giggy goggle.
The jiggity goggles? How about the 1.21 gigawatts goggles?
1.21 gigawatts!
What did I tell you? Negative 98 miles per hour.
And now all of a sudden, all I could think of suddenly was DuckTales.
Woo.
And as soon as I said that, all of a sudden, Darkwing Duck override that.
Probably the only other DuckTales related cartoon that can do that.
Yeah, it was the all of a sudden, DuckTales, then Darkwing Duck. What? How did Darkwing Duck override DuckTales?
The
Oh
only
well.
link to DuckTales Darkwing Duck has, I think, is 2 characters, Launchpad and Gizmo Duck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and as I remember in Darkwing Duck, wasn't Gizmo Duck like
A rival of sorts to Darkwing.
yeah, and very often, even though they were rivals, they wound up having to work together as a team.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're rival heroes. It's Darkwing kind of has a shady reputation, whereas Gizmo Duck was like the squeaky clean 100% approval rating type hero.
Let's see, so we had a Batman and a Big Blue Boy Scout. Superman and Batman.
Totally.
Totally, the Superman and Batman of Disney. Or
I do remember the one time where Soups was actually really thinking about
Other way.
killing Lex Luthor,
Yeah.
and then
Oh.
Batman just kind of walks
Still gotta
up,
check this room
"You
anyway,
think
so.
you're finally gonna do it? Okay, that's cool. Here's how you can hide the body." And so Bruce goes into like this multiple ways of how Soups could dispose of Lex afterwards, and then Soups is like, no, you know what? No, I'm not doing this. And Bruce kind of smirks like, that's what I thought.
yeah, because I mean, like, really, if you look at it carefully, even though Superman will get pissed off enough to just go, I want to get rid of you completely, just utterly annihilate you, and all that will happen then is just Batman will be there to go, here's how you get rid of it.
Yeah, because this was where I found
I
the book
mean,
originally.
As much as Superman
Now it's an
kinda
MO disc.
acts like,
MO disc.
As much as Superman
Wait.
is like the physical embodiment of Batman's limited optimism, Batman is essentially Superman's conscience whenever things get really, really bad.
Yeah, or he really wants to do something that is so totally out of character for him.
Yeah, I mean, because there are like only like two things that Superman has ever really wanted to just out and murder. And those things are Doomsday, because Doomsday was planning to just destroy everything on the planet. And then there's Darkseid, who's just really friggin' pure evil. And just pissed off Supes in so many different ways that Supes is just like, no, you die.
Yeah,
Other
because
than that, he tends to really not want to kill. Because like Batman, he knows if he starts killing, it's very likely he'll never stop. And I mean, like with Darkseid, I mean, it got so bad at one point that even Batman went against his principles and just pulled out a gun and shot Darkseid in the face.
yeah,
And then, of course, he turned the gun on himself because he realized, I'm not going back from this. They resurrected him again later because first law of resurrection, creator wants a character back, they're coming back. But still, that was,
yeah,
the whole Final Crisis arc was just absurdly insane.
yep.
Then again, those kind of Crisis crossovers tend to be ridiculously stupid crazy in terms of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they really do exaggerate a lot of stuff going on.
Anyway, off of comic books, back to something that's a little more closer to home.
Resident Evil.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was thinking more Toho, but okay.
Well, sure, more Toho.
Why
Resident
not?
Evil? Okay, sure, more Toho. More
Yeah,
cute
seriously,
moe girls.
Yoshika Miyako totally would feel right at home in here. Probably be offended as all get out because she's a Jiangshi, but she'd feel right at home.
Jiangshi demons basically being the lively dead.
Well, yeah, they're basically Asian vampires. They like to hop around instead of walk.
Jiangshi demons.
And instead of feeding on flesh or bodily fluids, they drain chi.
Yeah, that's the other crazy thing about them. They drain your spiritual essence. Is what usually chi and ki is, or kai,
Yeah.
however you want to say it, is stated as.
Yeah,
And that's
they can
a
pretty
huge
much just
scary
drain,
thing.
They can pretty much just drain the Paku or lower soul out of a living entity and kind of just leave the higher soul, the actual spirit, just going like, well, I'm not anchored to this body anymore. I guess I gotta go.
Yeah, basically they can auto kill you.
And unfortunately, due to the changing beliefs and the fact that Jiangshi legends are not, you don't find Jiangshi anywhere outside of Darkstalkers, Yoshika's starting to kind of become a zombie. Her joints are getting rigid and stiff, and she has a lot of trouble moving around when she's not flying.
Yep. Which makes sense in that case. It's,
Yeah, she's turning into a zombie. Sega, for one thing, is not happy about this because a mindless zombie is a hell of a lot less useful than a Jiangshi.
yes. Because of the whole, hey, Jiangshi actually have full mobility. Zombies are slow and
working
clumsy.
brain.
Yeah, and they have a brain and they actually have intelligence. Again, Sega's whole thing is just, hey, I kind of don't want my helpers to become dumb.
Yeah.
I don't like seeing my helpers become lobotomized.
Evil, but she does seem to have some sort of. She does seem to show some element of caring about Yoshika to an extent.
Yeah.
Don't mistake that caring for benevolence. She's evil. She tricked Toyotsu no Miko into just doing this whole religious war riot thing with the aim of becoming immortal. She planted that idea in the woman's head.
Yeah.
And then later on, during the time frame of Ten Desires, she literally says that Miko's resurrection will be even bigger than Jesus rising 3 days after his crucifixion. If I remember correctly, the exact quote is, compared to her resurrection, the resurrection of that prophet that rose from the dead 3 days after his execution will look pathetic in comparison. Yeah, a couple of people on the Waffles Club too, on DeviantArt, that are really devout Christians,
A moment ago, I heard
really
someone's
did
voice
not
coming from
like
this hole.
that statement.
Let's go together since it's dark.
Yeah.
You can't see very well.
Yeah, basically calling Miko bigger than Jesus. Just great way to piss off the conservatives.
Said I'm gonna cover you.
Yep.
Let's hurry.
I mean, that statement is even listed in under her TV Tropes character article as a blasphemous boast.
Yep.
And Miko's not even, like, divine in stature. She's more
So
or
we're letting
less,
Barry go first.
Yep.
more or less a pseudo-hermit, technically speaking.
After
Are we
he
letting
just
him go first?
after we just said, let's team up together, he goes on ahead.
Yeah. Let's team up together. Want me to go on ahead? Sure, why not? Pause. The fook?
The Fuddruckers?
The fooch?
The frag?
The fudge muffins. See, ever since watching Nakatalili's videos, I always find it interesting how many different ways you can say analogies to fuck without really saying it.
I think the funniest way you've pointed them out, GM, without being blatantly obvious, I think would have to be the one time you did Family Feud and getting zeros in the final round.
Yeah,
The
I basically...
Flying Fuddruckers!
Yeah, what the Flying Fuddruckers?
That was like the best moment I could imagine.
It's a family game!
I schooled Bo in the previous game on the previous video, and then I get to the final round in this one, and I get friggin' showered in goose eggs.
Listen, the stars are going to be finished soon.
What was I supposed to think?
Everything was plotted from the start by
I mean, seriously.
Who killed him, I wonder.
Well, wouldn't he be down the hallway?
I'm sure it's just a flesh wound. It's not really... Oh, no. Wait, he's dead. He's holding on to something.
Yay, Cleep!
Yeah, why not?
Isa, Cleep!
May as well empty his gun anyway. Hello, hello. Another turn crank.
Another turn crank.
Slightly different from the one we had before.
Does it turn a carousel then?
No.
Darn.
It does turn something else, though.
Does it turn hunters? Darn, I guess it
I'll
doesn't.
make the first few notes of the Mario 64 carousel.
Yes. One of the few carousels that I've actually heard the music to and I go, oh my, that is scary.
Yeah, it's supposed
Die.
to
Yeah. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. The music itself in Super Mario 64 for the carousel is okay. It's actually pretty nice and cool. It's everything else within the thing that scares you. I mean, for one, when you go in there, there are boos spawning constantly. The other thing is, they time their laughs with the music. If you just stand in there. I mean, it's creepy.
Well, that's what they were going for, was creepy.
Yeah, when Nintendo wants to do creepy, they do creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Eternal Darkness.
Oh.
The fused shadow sequence in Twilight Princess.
Yep.
I mean, that little sequence made Glide go, "What the hell?"
I'm going to give you first aid.
He's suffering from bad voice acting.
My time's come. Joe, take this. I've been cheating wrong from the start. If you can forgive me, could you please give this to my family? And if you can, please try to protect them.
What do you mean by that, Barry? Don't give up.
Jill, be careful of that guy.
Be careful. The guy.
Please, stay alive.
Well,
I think we just got a bad ending.
we did.
Yep, Barry died.
Aww.